What's up, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Player Profile. This time I'm joined by one of the seniors over at Austintown Fitch. It's Katie Wilt joining me today. Katie, how are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad I got to do this.
I'm glad you got to join me as well, too. And I want to talk a little bit about senior year and kind of the emotions and the feelings that comes along with that, too. A lot of first last that you've gotten to experience now, and now we're experiencing a lot of the last going down. Just talk to me about the regular season experience going through this senior year, the emotions that have come along with it, too, and how it's been for you.
It's been very exciting. I was always looking forward to senior night just because it's like a big night for some people. And I love it so much. And I'm so glad that I got to experience it with the team that I'm with. And it is getting sad because it's coming to an end, but I've enjoyed it every moment.
What kind of fire does that give you going into playoffs now, knowing that each match could technically be your last, and you're kind of now just playing for just having that next match, that next set, right?
Yeah. I think the fire it gives me is like very exciting because I'm just so excited to play and I just want to play and win every single time. And obviously I like love winning, so I just want to keep going with this team and not like stop.
I love the big step you took here in your senior year. You had 188 kills with the team, and you really established yourself as a legitimate threat as a hitter. When you talk about just the work and the effort that had to go in and just building yourself into a varsity level volleyball player at the high school level, talk to me about the journey you went on and seeing it all kind of pan out this senior year and being able to be that legitimate threat as a hitter.
Every time like since last season I've been pushing and pushing and I've came to all the open gyms and I've just tried until I could like earn my spot, I guess, because nothing's really given to you. So I just kept pushing and fighting and going to liftings and then took every bit of advice every single teammate or coach has given me and I've just tried to put it into this year so I could really shine.
How have you utilized that to also, I guess, help your leadership skills to being one of the senior leaders that for this team this year?
Um, Honestly, I've just tried to like I don't know. I guess keep it to myself and then like when people need uplifting, I guess I try and help them and just try my best to stay positive.
When you talk about your volleyball experience, when's some of the earliest memories you have with volleyball? When do you remember first getting involved with the sport?
Middle school. My other senior, Avery Lynn Sackerman, she actually introduced me to volleyball in middle school, and ever since then we've just been playing together. So
What was it about the sport that kind of drew you to it? Was it just being able to play with your friends, something to do, or was it something about the sport itself that made you keep coming back?
yeah, no, I just loved playing with my friends. I got to see them every day after school, and it just the bonds that it created just was so amazing. So I love doing it.
When you talk about your growth and development in the sport, what is something that maybe, knowing what you know now and how you've developed, what's something that maybe if you could talk to middle school Katie Wilt right now, what's something you might tell her?
Just keep pushing. Like, don't give up on the days that you do bad. And when you do bad, like you watch that game if it's recorded, and you just find what you did wrong and you fix it next time and just keep going.
I want to talk about the system that you have around you because that's always important when you're in the athletic journey and going up from
Yeah.
middle school, high school, and just dealing with all of that too. What kind of support system do you have around you, and how influential have they been in your life?
My mom, dad, and grandma have been my number one supporters since day one. They've came to every single game, and when they're not there, they're watching it on TV or trying to find videos because they just love watching me and supporting me. And it's just so good. They never miss.
I love people that and athletes that give all the love back to the parents. When you say both mom and dad, who do you think you're more like to? Who do you think you take after more personality wise?
Probably my dad.
Why's the dad too? What is it about it?
I
What's
don't
the
know.
characteristics you have?
My mom is very like fun and outgoing, and my dad is very chilled and laid back and in sports, and that's kind of like me. I'm not outgoing and partying.
How much and how important is it to you, I guess, to have the parents, and you also talked about your grandma as well. How important is it to you to have those people that you can go home, talk to every game with, talk about how practices that are genuinely interested and want to have those conversations with you?
Yeah, I love it so much. I mean, my grandma texts me every day before every game and everything, and she sends me like a little paragraph telling me how much she wishes me luck. And my parents are there before every game. They come up to me and they like give me a hug and they wish me luck. And it's great. I love going back home and telling them how practice went and just everything after a game. It's amazing.
We chatted about the first chapter in your volleyball career. I want to talk about some of your favorite chapters along the way too. What's one of your favorite games, or what's some of your favorite moments that you've had with volleyball in your journey with
Hmm.
it?
I just love going to like all the tournaments in the summer, I guess. I love doing that because I get to hang out with my team every day and it's more work. So we're always working for it.
When you
And
talk
yeah,
when you talk about the work you put into, what's the biggest thing that you feel like you've worked on that you've seen pan out in yourself as a player?
definitely hitting like my shots and actually getting consistent with them and following through with everything.
When you talk about your growth as a person, what's the biggest thing you think you've grown in as a person from middle school, maybe Katie, to senior year Katie?
Hmm. Um, I don't know. I guess I've kind of gotten humble. I guess like I've just always been very like low and I've kept stuff to myself and just not really cocky or anything.
That's always a good trait to have, no doubt. I've always been known to be a little bit humble myself too, but always celebrate your wins too. Try to learn to celebrate those wins as well
Yeah.
too, because I mean you've been able to work hard to accomplish them along the way. When you talk about some of your other accomplishments outside of the sport of volleyball, what are some of the accomplishments you're most proud of?
I made NHS, which is very big for me because I mean, school's not like big for me, I guess. I'm not really good with tests and all that, so NHS was a big thing for me.
When you talk about being able to time balance that with also being a student athlete, what's some, I guess, tips and tricks you can give to some people that are going to be student athletes, some of the younger girls that are in middle school right now, time management skills and what you need to have to be able to balance both of those out?
I guess if you have like a free period in a class at any time, or if there's like a sub and you don't have anything to do, just always try to get that work done that you already know you have so that you could just get it done and go over with it so you're not staying up late studying all night.
I know you talked about school, you're not the best test taker, but I mean, teachers are such a big influence in all of our lives too, and we all have some of our favorites too. In your years with Austintown Fitch, who are some of those favorite teachers that you've had along the way?
One of my favorites are Mr. Farr. Another favorite is Miss McCutcheon. She's very nice. I love her.
I love Miss McCutcheon as well too. I had Miss McCutcheon a few years ago, back when I graduated as well too. I could
Yeah,
definitely recommend her as an English teacher to anybody that goes to Austin Fitch too. She truly is one of the best.
she's great.
In your school experience too, what's some of your favorite subjects?
Oh, I love English.
English all the way too?
Yes.
Is there something when you talk about pursuing school afterwards? Is that something that interests you? What's kind of the plans that's for Katie Wood after high school?
I want to become a veterinarian technician, so I want to work with animals for the rest of my life.
What kind of
um,
made you go down that path? What made you want to do the veterinary technician route? What made you fall in love with that route?
well, I had a childhood dog. His name was Maverick, and I always loved him. And then as I got older, I just loved all animals. Like I always wanted to be around them. I always thought that they were nice to me back, and I just thought I had a little special touch, I guess, with animals. So
Any schools that you're looking at in particular right now, or that have caught your eye or interest?
I am. I'm looking to go to Kent Trumbull. That's my goal to get to.
Okay, okay, I like it. I'm always gonna love anything Kent related to. I'm always gonna
Yeah.
respect that. When we talk about your school experience now until then too, and the friendships that you make along the way, what is some advice you'd give to maybe a freshman coming in about just the high school experience and the challenges you face in the modern world being a student athlete?
You're definitely gonna find who your real friends are when you're busy with doing other things. So that's a big part. And then once you do find those friends, you keep them close with you because they're gonna mean so much to you later on.
When we talk about after a big win, what's the favorite post game meal? What's your go to post game meal?
Ooh, probably me and my family like to go to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Okay, all right. Well, there's so many options. I mean, with that, what's the go to order then? What's some of
Oh,
the faves there?
probably boneless barbecue wings and ranch on the side with fries.
Gotta go simple. Simple's the best, right? You can't get better than that,
Yes.
no doubt.
Yeah.
When you look at Austintown as a school too, there's also a lot of great hangout spots and a lot of great things to do in and around the area. When you just talk about some of your favorite things to do outside of school, outside of your athletics, outside of academics, what's that? What are some of those things?
I guess I like to just drive around with my friends and listen to music and go to like little stores and buy stuff. So,
What's these little stores that what's considered a little store to Katie Will?
well, I mean, Uptown Cheapskate, I love going in there
Okay.
and just seeing what they have, or Plato's Closet.
Like
That's a
doing
nice one.
the thrift shopping deal too. I
Yeah,
have some
yes,
friends
yes.
that are into that too. That's become such a popular thing
It
with
has.
the community nowadays too, with the high school community. I
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit about just like those challenges that you face too, because I feel like I feel like I could be disconnected even with high school students being 7 years removed from graduating high school. And I can only imagine the disconnect that people older than me can feel too. And some of these teachers and some of these adults, what are some of those day-to-day challenges that you do face as a student athlete that you've had to navigate through and that you've had to try to be successful with facing?
I guess like life skills are definitely one thing you got to try and work at because they don't really teach many of that in school anymore. So it's kind of hard. Um, Time management, definitely. So yeah,
Figure out how to juggle all of that too. That's always something I wish I was able to pick
yes.
up as well. Katie, I want to give you the opportunity. I know we shouted out Mama, we shouted out Papa, we shouted out Grandma too, but I want to give you a chance to just shout out anybody else that you want to shine a light on, give some love to. You could even shine right back on them again too. But shout out all of your support system, give them some love, and let them know how much they mean to you.
Oh, I'm definitely thankful for all my family that's came to any of my games. I'm very thankful to my aunt and uncle, and definitely my teammates. I mean, I know I'm with them all the time, but I'm just so thankful for them because they're all so welcoming and they're also supportive of me with everything. So they're definitely the top.
Well, we support you as well, Katie. I know you guys just got a big win over Solon. We hope you continue it against Amherst Steel tomorrow, and this Falcon run lasts a little bit longer, and your senior season lasts a little bit longer. We're proud of the accomplishments that you've had and the growth that we've been able to see with you in the sport. This has been a first edition of Player Profile with one of the seniors at Austintown, Katie Wilt.
Thank you.